I'm back again, and this time I mean business. All of the other giant blocks had one function, but this one has 30. Woo! Yo, how's it going, guys? And welcome back to our Minecraft world. Today we're here in MCPE taking a look at a really awesome map. This is going to be a gigantic enchantment table. This thing is so cool. It's absolutely huge. Check this out. I'm gonna fly right close to it and look up. Boom! Check that out. It's really awesome, like I said, and it's fully functional because we added in some redstone to make this thing work and actually enchant some items. How crazy is that? Okay, so on the side over here, as you guys can see, we have loads of different enchantments. We can enchant our swords and a full set of armor, as well as we have a vending machine built into that to get that particular armor piece or the sword, and we also have a tool there. But either way, as you guys can notice, I'm currently on an Android device, and you will need to be on an Android device in order to play this map. For now, don't click off the video. Only for now, you'll need an Android device because this map is built in MCPE 1.0 and higher, so you'll need that version in order to play the map. So if you're on Android, you could just get the beta of the game, and that will allow you to play the map. But on iOS, it's currently on 0.16.0 or 0.16 point something around that number, but you guys get the idea. You won't be able to play on iOS just yet, but you can always come back to this video and take a look at it and download the map. Now, if you guys are watching this in the future, everything I just said might be totally irrelevant, so just go down to the comment section down below and tell me how The Walking Dead ends, as well as if we'll ever get to see Season 2 of Attack on Titan. I would really love to know those two things because it is just eating me alive right now. As well as while you're down there, don't forget to take 1 second to crush that like button and double subscribe, aka click on the bell to get notified to be in the notification squad. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff. Let's continue with this showcase. Okay, so right in front of me, of course, yet again, we have our gigantic enchantment table with built-in redstone. This thing's really cool. Let's fly around here and take a really good look at this because this is long overdue. Oh my goodness, look at this bad boy. That thing is huge. It has obviously all the features that you would imagine on a gigantic I keep saying in crafting, I meant enchanting table, and it has the book at the top as well as some miniature enchantment tables over there for reference if you guys forget what it looks like. And then basically what happens is you go ahead and enter the type of item that you want on this side at the vending machine on the right section over there, as well as you could choose the specific enchantments in the left section by flicking those levers. So before we actually get into that, I just want to mention after you kind of do all of that, it will be outputted at the top and it will open up some piston doors, which I think is really cool and sort of makes it more realistic and more like a regular or traditional enchantment table. So yeah, that's basically that. Let's go ahead and basically try to create something here and enchant an item and see how it would work. So first things first, we need to go ahead and select an item from our vending machine. If you guys aren't familiar with vending machines in Minecraft, you basically use an item frame and an arrow, and whatever you point that arrow towards, it's going to select that particular item. So right now the arrow is pointed towards our diamond boots. So yeah, it basically has the boots selected at the moment. So if I want to go ahead and switch it to our axe, I would simply click on that sign. It's going to sort of flash that little icon there, flash that little block, and while that's flashing, you do not want to change anything. You don't want to do anything with the redstone, otherwise it's going to mess up the entire system. So we want to go ahead and just wait for that to stop. It's going to reconfigure everything, that way we get the tool that we want, and then we can apply the enchantment. So obviously the more you change it, the longer it's going to blink. So I changed it just one of the slots, and as you guys can see, it did take quite a while, and it's kind of a downside, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. Now we selected our diamond axe, and for each specific item we have different enchantments for the levers. So as you guys can see, we basically just have our 5 levers, but that does a lot of different enchantments here. We have 5 different enchantments for each item, so that's 5 times 6, that is 30 different enchantments we could do, and that's a whole lot for this system. So obviously we're going to have to choose an enchantment from the particular category of the diamond axe, and as you guys can see, we have sharpness, smite, bane of arthropods, efficiency, and unbreaking. So if I want to go ahead and select unbreaking, I just flick that lever, and then I let it sort of like run a bit, and then after a couple seconds I fly back, go towards this position right over here, and then click on that button. Once I click on that button, it's going to start up a whole automated system where it adds in that particular item into a hopper system. It takes it into a like configuration, and then it adds in the particular enchantment that we selected, and once that's all done, it will sort of be dispensed into a chest at the top, and that chest will then add a signal into a comparator, which will open up a piston door and light up some lights. So as you guys can see, we have our open section right here. We have a few decorations at the top, and like I mentioned, we have that chest with our comparator keeping the doors open. So now what we need to do is go ahead and open that up, and boom, we have ourselves a diamond sword with Unbreaking 3, and then as you guys can see, we basically just have the doors closed once we remove that item, since the item itself is activating that piston door. So that's really cool. We got an Unbreaking sword. We just need to go back to the system now and reconfigure this by basically turning off all of the levers. Make sure you turn off all of the levers before you do anything else, otherwise it's going to completely break the system. But yeah, let's go back over here and try this again. What I want to do is maybe select ourselves a diamond chest plate. I want to do maybe the full like set of armor, but that's going to take a really long time since the system is pretty slow. And like I mentioned in the first videos of the gigantic crafting table and the gigantic furnace, these things are basically novelty like builds. You don't really necessarily need to use any of these things because I know it's completely impractical, but it is really cool to see something this large in the game that's built. I mean, it's just really awesome. Okay, so yeah, that light stopped flashing, so now we can go ahead and select our particular enchantment for our diamond chest plate over here. We have protection, fire protection, blast protection, projectile protection, and unbreaking. I'm just gonna go straight up protection here at the top lever, and then we're going to click that button. It's going to work the magic, and then we're going to get that output once again, and it just works like a charm. Also, I'm going to try to break into this thing so you guys can see some of the redstone. So I'm just going to knock off a few blocks here. Try not to break the system, and hold a sword in my hand just in case that happens there. And oh, we can't actually sneak in because there's a block over there. But yeah, it stopped. But let's just sneak in here while we're at it. And as you guys can see, it's like a complex system of redstone, obviously, but it's mostly hoppers and pistons sort of like moving this entire thing forward. And yeah, I really don't know how to explain this because it's created by the build team, not really by me, but it is quite a feat of engineering in Minecraft. And I'm really happy that large builds like this and large creations particularly are coming to MCPE, and I'm glad to be showcasing them and introducing it to you guys. Okay, so let's go back outside because this thing is really complicated, and take a look at the output at the top. And that output is of course going to be our diamond chest plate with protection. So we're going to do this from far away this time so you guys can actually see the door closing. We're going to go into our chest. As you guys can see, it'll flash for a second. We'll have a diamond chest plate with protection 4. Then we get out of that, and as you guys can see, the doors will close. It's a 2x3 piston door that's sort of laying flat on the ground. That's also really cool, and it's easily hidden beneath these blocks on the left and right hand side, so it's really not that complicated to see how it works. And then we can basically do this for every single item that's in our system using our vending machine and of course our, different enchantment options. Alright, so I kind of want to show you guys one more just to prove to you that all of these enchantments do work. Everything that you saw there, all 30 enchantments work with all 6 of our items. So yet again, we need to go back and make sure we reset that lever, otherwise everything is going to go bad. And then after we reset that lever, I'm going to select our leggings. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 across, and then it's going to take a while. There's going to flash that light, and once that light has been flashed, it's going to like reset the configuration. It actually went by pretty quickly. I think only the bottom section takes longer because it sort of starts from 1 right at the boots, and then it ends or 1 at the leggings, so it's kind of quicker. So anyways, yeah, we selected the diamond leggings. Now we need to go to the diamond leggings section, which is going to be this bit of pink, and we have protection yet again, fire protection, blast protection, thorns, and unbreaking. Now since we basically have the protection down and that sort of works, I'm gonna go for a unique one to this particular set of armor, or the piece of armor, and that's going to be thorns. So once I click on thorns, it's going to set up that configuration. I hit that button, and then I'm gonna try to sneak in here and see if we could check out some of the redstone. So we're gonna go in here really quick, and I'm not really sure if I see anything working, but besides these pistons at the top over there, that piston pushing that block, I really don't see anything else. And then we have an item elevator over here. So if we go ahead now and take a look at the output chest, so as you guys can see, we got ourselves a diamond leggings enchanted with thorns. So that's pretty much it, guys. We could do that for all 30 enchantments on the system, yet again with 6 different item configurations. But anyways, that is pretty much going to wrap up today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, please take 1 second to go ahead and crush that like button, leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought of this really cool map and what giant block you would like to see in the future, as well as any other redstone creation. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the videos on your screen right now. But either way, this was Twiistz, and I'll see you guys next time.